Well, I once followed a guy to college. I chose a college based on chasing behind a guy, and clearly it did not work out. I only lasted 1 or 2 semesters and realized I was there for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, I had a flat top back in the day with the kid and play situation, like look real Bart Simpson-esque. And I cut a girl's name into the side of my scalp. Went to school, she wasn't feeling me, and just had to go ahead and fade it on out. Didn't quite work out.
There was nobody else at school with her name or at
Nah,
any
well,
school?
yeah, but it was a unisex name, so it was a dude.
Okay, I got it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Terry.
Awkward.
Very much so.
I would have invented somebody
Yeah.
in another school in another state.
You would have found him?
I would have invented someone.
It was just
Yes.
a haircut. I said, you know what, let me figure it
It's
out.
not about you. I'm thinking about you. That's what I would have did.
You would just played it off? I wasn't
Absolutely.
that cool. See, back then I
Absolutely.
was still nerdy with it, so I wish I would have thought on my toes.
Oh, wow. I did get a tattoo. I got someone's name behind my ear in Happily and Ridiculous Love.
Really?
Yeah.
And where's that tattoo now?
Oh, I changed it, actually. It used to
It was John.
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
316.
Work it out.
That's
see it.
smart.
I see
Work
it.
it out.
Ultimately, although you wouldn't know it from the sort of tagline in the movie, but I think the message is that, you know, you shouldn't put any sort of timetable on yourself or arbitrary constraints or pressures, and, you know, when it's right, it'll be right, and you can't kind of rush that stuff.
Definitely. I agree with Adam, just in not putting ourselves on a timeline and feeling like if we didn't accomplish something at a certain age, we're a failure. Like in high school, you're like, by the time I'm 25, I'm gonna have 2 kids, I'm gonna be married. And then when it doesn't happen, all of a sudden you're like devastated that you're doing something wrong. Just live your life and allow things to happen, you know, the way they're supposed to.
Really cool.
great.
Didn't know who you were going to work with. I mean, if you look down at the schedule, you'd see that. But just having a variety of people coming in every day was really fun.
The cast was a lot like this table. It's a lot of colorful gems, just beautifully laid out on screen. You know what I mean? This is Adam.
I'm Derek Luke.
Derek, you know what I mean? Like everyone shines in their own way, lean a certain way.
Jennifer Lewis!
Yeah, definitely.
But I don't give a.
That too.
I felt like a prank was pulled on me when he pulled my last scene out. Like he called me down for a second day of shooting, and I was supposed to drive Montana at the end when she was about to miss that flight and looking for Derek. or whatever. I was supposed to drive her through the airport. So the first shot, he gets up and walks over from Video Village, and he's like, Affion, how mad would you be if I told you that we weren't going to use this scene? I've made a mistake. I want her to run through on her own. So I had to, like, I was wrapped right then. Like, for that day, I was wrapped. So I had
Before
to.
you even started.
Before I even started. Yeah, I drove all the way to Ontario. And I was like, yeah. Thought I was going to get 3 minutes on screen, but now I have 2.45.
The masseuse wasn't, I didn't know he was going to be naked. So he just dropped trowel and
Right in front of you,
right in
huh?
front of me. Hey, wait, you know, Zeus had a lot of feelings all at one time. You know, I think that was a practical joke. It wasn't funny per se, but it definitely had me feeling a lot of different ways instantly.
It was a welcome surprise.
It was a
welcome surprise.
welcome surprise. You know, to have something like that on a weekday.
Yeah.
You know,
Not
it's
bad.
just fantastic.
Yeah.
Stranger,
And
naked
I didn't have a
stranger,
masseuse,
in
a
front of a
naked
room
masseuse in
full
this
of
movie.
people. It was great.
I was telling a story when, you know, a couple times I've had people pass notes like, hey, I'm sitting in 13E, just want to say hi, can I get your number? I mean, no sparks or anything like that, but I always find that to be kind of funny when people do that.
And they always sit me next to old men on the flight. So nothing goes on there that I know of. You know, when I wake up, I don't know what happened.
I did for like 2 weeks, and then it's back to
Yeah.
the usual. But for a minute, I was like, I got an insight into what goes on when they're making peanuts.
Yeah, and my dad's a flight attendant, so I've always been familiar with the world in itself, and I just thought it was so funny, and I know this is going to be definitely my dad's favorite movie because he's lived out some of this in many different ways.
I'm just hoping the flight attendants and TSA don't hate us
Right,
No,
right.
and treat us badly.
They actually
after
have
this.
seen the trailer.
Okay.
And I've gotten a lot of compliments because they feel like, you know, proud that we're actually showing some light on them. And
It's nice.
they
Good
actually,
news.
they like it.
I
I've gotten
want
some
no
favor.
trouble.